Posted by Hugh5 out on 1895 on March 1, 2019 in News, Whispers Billy Bonds is a living example of how hard work and graft earns its rewards, and as a result he is now ready to take his place as a Hammers immortal when the East Stand is officially opened in his name on Saturday evening. And in an interview with the Mirror's Darren Lewis, he reveals how his dad and the Hammers fans have driven him throughout his 72 years. He explained, "My dad was a grafter. He wanted me to learn a trade because he said, if you don't make football, son, you can have a trade. So we went to see Frank Hill, the manager at Charlton where I was playing. Frank got me a job learning fitting and turning at Stones Engineering, across the road at Charlton. I'd bike all the way down from Eltham, clock on at 8 in the morning, clock out at 6 at night, and it was horrible. It was boring. I used to go to the toilet a dozen times a day, just to get out of the way. You understand what real life is. It makes you realize that is people's livelihoods." I said to my dad, "No, I want to go back to football, Dad. I also did a bit of window cleaning." My dad had a window cleaning round by day and did night work at a bus garage. On the window cleaning round he'd do the tops and I'd do the bottoms. Just to make a few quid. You'd do all that, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. You think to yourself, I'm getting money for something I'd do down the park. I had chances to go abroad," he said. "I could have gone to Portland, in America, under Terry Hennessy, and I could have gone to China. I probably would have got double the money going out there, but I'd never have done that with my kids. They were in school and it wasn't worth doing that with them." Instead, Bonds stayed to write his name into the history of the club, and English football. "I know West Ham's fans helped me," he said. On Saturday evening the pride will be immense, but Dad will take first place in his mind, as he says, "He'd have loved it. Like when I had that window cleaning round, then I became a footballer and a little bit famous. He used to walk round and I'd see his chest puff out and the old ladder on his shoulder." Bill meanwhile will have reached the top rung of his ladder. It gets no better than that. Clarendon Hugh says, "Until you have met and spoken with Bill it's impossible to explain the man and the humility he wears like a cloak. In an age of red boots, ludicrous attention-seeking haircuts and ridiculous egos from people with maybe 20% of his ability, Billy remains an example. Let's make no mistake about this, we were so fortunate he became a Hammer. You don't, until now, when the reason is very obvious. See Bill in the newspapers or on TV. He understands that his day is done and would sooner watch the Hammers quietly as a fan. That he is to become an immortal alongside his best mate Trevor Brooking and his greatest hero Moro is so absolutely right. A few will shed tears for that bygone age, of which Bill is such a wonderful example on Saturday evening. Not Bill, he's a down-to-earth Londoner who gave his life to the Irons. We loved him then, we love him now, and it's so right his name will be attached to that stand in our history forever."